stop the sharing. Okay, yep. Chapter. There we go. All right, guys. I'm assuming that you're all ready now, so we will start. One exercise, that's all I'm doing. There's no point rushing since they moved a module. Rather you understand it than anything else. Should be giving you plenty of time to write, do your questions and hand up things. Those of you who just joined us, I'll say it again, and I'll say it again at the end for hopefully the other students that haven't joined us will join us. Matrices is the module that we'll be doing in Unit 4. That's the only one you need to do. So after this, we've only got matrices to go. Okay, so we're going to use your finance solver to actually analyse these reducing balance loans. So the way to get into your calculator and get into that finance solver. So turn on your calculator, of course, and when you're in the calculator page, click menu and then click finance. And finance, click finance solver. And so once you click that finance solver, I hope you can't see the whole screen, but you'll have something starting like this. And this is what we're going to use to do these type of things. Okay, you'll need to remember or write them down, and after a while you'll actually get to remember what the N stands for, what the I stands for, what the PV stands for. Now I know the N is the total number of payments, and I'll show you how to get that. So as we do a couple of examples, you might want to write next to it how we got it, and then you'll get used to it. I is the interest rate. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it's always as an annual interest rate. That's very, very important, okay? PV, present value of your loan, or if you're investing, it doesn't matter. Put a slash here, put investment, because it's the same thing, okay? PMT is the amount paid to you, or the amount that you pay if it's a loan that you're borrowing back to the bank, every payment that you make. FV is the future value. PY, and you can't see another one, CPY. These two, you put the same things in, okay? One is the number of payments per year, and two is the number of times interest is compounded per year. Again, I'll show you how to get that. You don't really need to worry too much about that. Any questions so far? Now, what's important is how we put in our numbers. So if we are putting money from our pocket into the bank, even if we are investing, okay, we put that as a negative. If the bank gives us money, whatever it is, we put that as a positive, okay? Whether it's our money or we're borrowing money, we always put that as a positive. So down here, there's some conventions. Now, I don't read this, I just remember it. But what's more important, so if you're getting the money, okay, you're receiving the money, whether it's your money or whether it's the bank money, that first little dot point, you will put it as a positive. If you're paying it out from your pocket, you always put it out as a negative. That's the most important thing. It's written in here, okay, but once we do some questions, hopefully it comes a little bit clearer. Example 1. Can I get them both in? Maybe no. Okay. Example 1 says Andrew borrows $20,000. Okay, so he borrows 7.25% per annum. It's compounding monthly, and he makes monthly repayments of $200. Okay, let's fill in this table. And it says, how much does he owe after 3 years? Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is fill in this. It's compounding monthly. So you can do it all in a row, but it doesn't matter. So just on your paper, put 12 in here. It's compounding monthly, so that means he pays it out 12 times and he gets the interest 12 times, okay? Because that's what monthly means, 12 months in a year. Any questions about that? Okay, we can see quite clearly the interest rate is 7.25% per annum. So in the interest rate, I'm going to put 7.25%. So always write it as per annum. Okay, he borrows $20,000. So $20,000 is the original amount, the present value, and it's coming to him. So I'm going to write it as 20,000. Positive. Just a positive. Positive 20,000 because he's getting the money. Okay. He makes monthly repayments of $200. So PNT, monthly. Monthly, he makes. So he's taking $200 away from his pocket and pays the bank. So I'm doing as minus. N is how many times is these payments or interest charged? Well, it's charged monthly and there's 3 years of it. So in here, I'm just going to put 12 times 3 and then press tab. And the calculator will put 36 in there for you straight away. You don't need to know what the times table is if you don't. So if you just put 12 times 3 and tab, you'll go to the next line. How much does he owe after 3 years? Well, that's what we're trying to find out. Future value after 3 years. That's why we put the 3 years there. So let's put all this into our calculator and leave the FV blank, future value blank. So 20,000. Make sure you get your right numbers in. And the negative is the one in brackets next to the enter, not the minus sign. So the negative next to the brackets, next to the enter sign. 200 there, future value, don't worry about the 0, I'll come back to that. I'll put 12 in here, press tab, that one changes automatically. Yep, leave the end already, go back to the future value. Now highlight your future value, have your cursor on there, and just press enter. And as soon as you do that, this is what comes up on your calculator. It will say negative 168.969823,006. Of course, you're not going to write this. We're talking about money. Okay, if we're talking about money, you must always write it correctly. Now, the negative means that he still owes. So Andrew still owes. How much does he owe? $16,826. Now, the 96, we look at the next one, it's a 9, so we're going to change that 97 cents. And there's our answer to the first one. Any questions there? Any questions what any of them mean? It's all good? Get rid of this. Okay, part B. Part B. Can I clear this? Yes or no? I'm going to clear it in 10 seconds. I'm going to rely on you guys giving me answers because once I clear it, I don't have my answers in front of me. So, all right, clear this. Part B, how long will it take him to pay out the loan? Give your answer to the nearest month. Okay, so N is what we're trying to find here. How long it is going to take to pay out the loan. So I'll leave N as a blank. That's my question mark. The interest rate, what was the interest rate? 7.25, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, 7.25. We'll write that again. I'll write it in blue. 7.25. The present value, I think it was 20,000 that he borrowed. He was paying $200 a month. This is compounding monthly. So how long will it take him to pay out the loan? Well, if the loan is going to be paid out, what is the future value of the loan going to be? Tell me that. What would be the future value of the loan if it's going to be paid out?
Zero.
Zero. If it's paid out, there's nothing he owes anymore, so it's zero. So now let's come and work out our N. So if I go back into the calculator, and you guys please do it as well. So clear, delete that one. 7.25 stays, 20,000 stays, that stays. Future value goes to zero. The 12 stays, and those two down the bottom, go up to my N and press enter. So I get, and my N gives me 153.858. Says to the nearest month. Now we can't round down to 153 months because he's still got a bit more to pay. So we have to go, therefore, N equals 154 months. Okay, it's already in months because remember all this is in months, so 12 months here. Any questions on that one? Okay. Let me clear this soon. All right, clear this one, and let's go to the next example. Example 2. Determine Michael borrows $10,000. If I had a highlighter, I'd be highlighting here. Okay, I'd be highlighting the borrows, $10,000. Where does that go? In which letter? The $10,000 goes in which one of these letters in here? Which one, sorry?
The PV.
PV, present value, $10,000. He borrows it, the money's going to him, so it will be a positive. $10,000. He's got to be repaid in equal payments over 5 years. Okay, I'm not going to use that 5 years at the moment because I don't know what the compounding part is. Interest is charged at the rate of 8% per annum. Okay, we all should know where that goes. That goes in the I for the interest, so 8. That's compounding monthly. Okay, those monthly goes down the bottom, down here, for both of them. 12 months in a year. Okay. Now, we can fill in the N now. The N is 12 months in 1 year, and it's got to go for 5 years, times 5. Of course, you can just put 60 in there. You don't need to do 12 times 5. Now, there's a couple of important things here. The question that it's asking is the monthly payment amount. Okay, that's what we have to find, the monthly payment amount. So which one of these are we finding? Is it the PMT or the future value?
PMT.
PMT.
All right, PMT. That's what we're finding. The future value, what is the future value for this question? Now, it does say it in the question. And it says, I'll read it again. Michael borrows $10,000 to be repaid in equal payments over a period of 5 years. So what do you think the future value is? If this word gives it away, repaid. It's going to be repaid in 5 years. Right, zero. He will owe zero money. Zero money. Any questions there? Okay, let's put this in our calculator and work it out. So I've got 60, I've got 8. If you just keep pressing tab, it already highlights what you've got in there, and you can just type it in. 10,000. PMT, I need to clear that, so I'll just delete that. Tab again, future value 0, that's 12, that's 12, okay. Press tab until I get to the PMT, press my enter, okay. And I get this answer as negative 202.7639. I'm not going to write all the rest. The negative, remember, just means he pays that much a month. It's coming out of his pocket. So monthly payment amount is $202.76. Any questions there? All right, I'll give you a second to write that, and then I'll clear it. And again, I'm going to rely on your answers for part B because I'm sure I won't remember everything. We are still too short, okay. All right, I'm going to clear this unless someone says no. Part B. Oh, and there's the part C, okay. Part B. The cost of repaying the loan to the nearest dollar. Okay. Now, if he's paying, what was it? How much was he paying a month? How much did we work out?
$202.76.
Okay, monthly payment, $202.76. Okay, and he's paying that much for how many years?
5 years.
5 years. For 5 years. And then at the end of the 5 years, he's finished paying. He doesn't have to pay anything else. There's nothing left on the loan. So what's the total cost of him repaying the loan? Well, total cost equals $202 a month, times that by 12 to get it to 1 year, times it by 5 to get it for 5 years. So if we can work that out, and that's how much his total cost is going to be. So 202.76 times 12 months in a year times 5. So total cost equals $12,165.06. Now don't leave it as 0.6, write it as 60 cents. Okay, any questions about how I worked that one out? Total cost for the 5 years. He's paying $202.76 a month. That's how much it's going to cost him. Any questions there? Okay. Part C, the total amount of interest paid. Well, this is how much he's paid all up. How much did he borrow? How much did he borrow again?
10,000.
So he borrowed $10,000. He paid $12,165.60. We can work out the interest just by taking the 2 away. The interest that is paid equal, you don't need to show all this working out, minus 10,000. It's going to equal $2,165.60. That's how much interest he's ended up paying for this loan. Any questions there?
Yeah, so I've got one.
Yep.
For part B and C, it says to the nearest dollar. So wouldn't you have to round the
I do. Yes, I didn't even read that.
12,165 to 66?
Thank you very much. I do. 12,166, which will get rid of this one and will make it rounded to 2,166. Thank you very much for that. I did read it, but forgot all about it. If they didn't say that, I would be right, but saying that in the exam, I would be wrong. Okay, they would mark me wrong, so I would have had to round it. Thank you very much. Any other questions on that one? Good pick up, Steph. think it was Steph anyway. Any questions? Okay, let me clear this one. Actually, I'll wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to clear it now. Okay, example 3. Okay, example 3, an amount of $15,000. Okay, sorry, $150,000 is borrowed for 25 years at an interest rate of 6.8% per annum, compounding monthly. Okay, $150,000, where are we putting that? Okay, where are we going to put that one?
PV.
PV. Okay, I think I might start saying names because apart from, there's only a couple of people that keep answering. $150,000, and of course, we're borrowing the money, so it's a positive. Okay. Interest rate of 6.8% per annum. Thomas, where would I put that one in, please? 6.8% per annum, Thomas, where does that go? Thomas? I can see your mic's on, but I can't hear you. Are you typing it, okay? In I, thank you. Obviously your mic just went because you turned your mic on. I can see it clearly, but thank you very much, Thomas. 6.8 goes in there. This next part, compounding monthly. Where are we going to put that one in? Alina, where do you think that would go? Alina? Hello, Alina. Okay. Anastasia, where do you think it will go? Well, there's two people that haven't answered me, so how do I even know students are there? So what I'm going to do now is move my photos across so I can see everyone and not be in the picture. And can everyone turn their camera on? You won't be recorded because I've got it on another screen. Well, a few people still haven't turned their camera on. Yes, on our end. Now, where's the other ones? Okay. Thank you, Jake. All right. Selena, Thomas, and Alina, can you please turn your camera on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Selena, Alina, and Thomas. Thank you.
Mine doesn't work.
Yours doesn't work. Thomas?
It says
Thomas
cannot
comes
detect your camera.
Okay, Thomas doesn't work either. All right, thank you. So Selena, no, who did I say? Alina, can you please answer? You can turn them off now, thank you, if you want to. It's not recording on your faces, I've got it on another screen. So Alina, can you please answer that question for me? Compounding monthly, where do you think that would go?
Not sure, sir.
Okay, that's fine. I'd rather you say that. So compounding monthly is where we put it in here, right? Per every time, how many times it's happening in the year, and how many times the interest is calculated every year. So this will always be the same. So if this says monthly, straight away there's 12 months in the year, so we put it in there. Okay, that's what we use that one for. The interest rate goes in the I, but this section here goes all the time down there. Okay. We haven't used the 25 years. Okay. 25 years. Where are we going to use this 25 years? Anastasia, do you want to have a go at that? 25 years, where would we use that?
Is it in the end due to 25 times 12?
Correct. Thank you very much. Exactly right. 25 times 12. Okay. Now, the question says, what are the monthly payments? Monthly payments. So which one of these do we have to find? The future value or the PMT? Ed, which one do you reckon? Okay, Ed, which one are we finding? Yes, PMT. Thank you. Ed's mic doesn't work either. We're finding the PMT, monthly payment. So the future value, Alicia, what do you reckon the future value is for this question?
0.
0, correct. 0 because after 25 years, he's only borrowing for 25 years, or we're borrowing for 25 years. So at the end, we want it to be 0. Okay, so let's put that into our calculator. Menu, finance, number 1, okay, 25 times 12, tab, 6.8, tab, 150, tab, that's what we're finding, delete that, 0, 12, 12, okay, PMT, I get as, my answer for PMT equals, negative, of course, 1041.108. So monthly payments, remember we don't care about the negative. The negative just means we're paying things off, coming out of our pocket. Monthly payments equals 1041.11. What are the monthly payments? Okay, better put that 0 a bit better. 1041.11. Questions there? Okay. I know down the bottom for part B is the PY and the CY, so I'm just going to write it over here. They're going to be exactly the same anyway, so I'll just put 1 equal sign for them. And I already know they're going to be 12 because we've got 12 in the previous ones, so I won't worry about them. Okay, how much is still owing at the end of 3 years? Now this is, everything stays the same except we need to know how much is owing at the end of 3 years. So the future value here is going to change. Okay, our future value is going to change. The future value is now what we want to find. Okay, how much is still owing after 3 years? So our I is still 6.8%, that has not changed. Our PV is still 150,000. Now we only want to know after 3 years. So our N is 3 times 12. And we just worked out in part A what the PMT is. Our monthly payments are $1,041.11. So that's what we're going to use in there. 1,000, oops, forgot my negative. I'm paying it. I need to put that negative in there. So negative 1,041.11. So I'm going to do that now on the calculator, but any questions as I'm typing it in to get that answer, any questions there? Okay, tab, I've got 3 times 12, 6.8 stays, that stays, that stays, future value. So after 3 years, I get The future value after 3 years is, of course, negative. Negative because I still owe this much money. 1,4,2,3,9,1.909. So still owe. We've got to work it out properly. Still owe. Don't worry about the negative. 1,4,2,3,91.91 cents. Any questions there? Now, if you used, the whole value that we worked out here in PMT in here and didn't round to the 11 cents, you would get a slightly different answer that I did here. Okay, but I'm always going to round because we're talking about money here. I do find that the book sometimes does not round. So if you look at your answers and you go, oh, why is it different? You'll find that that's why it's different. They've rounded and they haven't rounded and you probably have. Okay, I'll give you time to write that, but any questions about that? Okay, and about to clear it unless someone says no. Okay, part C. I'm definitely going to need your answers now here, guys. After 3 years, the interest rate rises to 7.2% per annum. What are the new monthly payments that will see the loan paid in 25 years? Okay, so the interest rate originally was 6.8, I think, wasn't it? 6.8? I think it was 6.8. 6.8. So what we need to do is first work out how much we still owe after 3 years. Oh, did we have that information? Did we have how much we still owe in 3 years? Yes, we did.
That's what we just worked out in.
Yeah.
What was that? How much was that again?
14,000. No, 100 and. Hang on.
One?
I think I got a different answer.
14.
1,4,2,3,91.91.
So that's what I'm putting in the present value.
No, 0.91.
91. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm putting in the present value because after 3 years, that's how much we still owe. Everyone agree with me there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The interest rate has changed, so I'm going to go to 7.2 now. So I'll put that as 7.2. The PY and the CY, that's still 12. That has not changed. Okay. What are the new monthly payments that will still see the loan paid in 25 years? Now, we don't have 25 years anymore because we've already used up 3 years. So we've only got now 22 years. 3 years already used up and we've got this much amount owing. So 22 years times 12. Any questions about that one? We're still going to finish the loan in 25 years. So now future value will still be 0. So we have to work out how much is our new monthly payment. So I'm going to come in and do that now. Okay. So I've got 22 times 12, 7.2. It's 142,391.91, 142,391.91. Okay. PMT, I've got to find out. Future value is 0. Okay. So my PMT equals negative 1076.18, already rounded. Okay, so that's now what I need to pay compared to what I was paying every month. Any questions on that one? Okay. Part D says, how much extra does it now cost to the nearest $10 to pay the loan in total? Okay, well, let's work out the difference, because I was paying originally every month $1,040, what was it? Original monthly payment. Original monthly payment. It was $1,000, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Was it $1,041?
$1,041.11.
11 cents. And now paying $1,076.18. So let's work out the difference, because that's the extra bit, isn't it? So the difference equals, I'm going to take the 2 away, $1,076.18 minus $1,041.11. So let me do that. 1076.18 minus 1041.11. I get a difference of $35.07 every month. Hopefully everyone else got the same thing. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is only for the 1 month, not over the whole time. So now we've got another 22 years, right? 22 years paying off at this much money. And that's every month this much more. So we're going to do total extra paid equals the $35.07 a month times by 12 to get it to 1 year, times it by the 22 years that we're paying this. So when I do that, 35.07 times 12 times 22, I get 9,000, and I'll write the whole thing and then I'll worry about rounding, $258.48. Now it says to the nearest $10, so to the nearest $10 is $9,260. Any questions there? Any questions?